And live from Oakland, it is Saturday night as we are bringing you Saturday Night College Hoops here on NorCal Sports TV as we are coming in from inside of Laney College Gymnasium right in the middle of downtown Oakland, California. As we got a good one for you tonight as it's the visiting Cal Maritime Keel Haulers taking on the Lincoln Oaklanders. And hello, everybody. Happy New Year. My name is Philip Hall on the call with you tonight here for some college basketball on NorCal Sports TV. It's set to be a good one as Cal Maritime coming into Oakland, or coming off a loss against Whittier last time out on December 18th. So it's been a minute since they've had a game, as of course they had the holiday break, taking Christmas and New Year's off, but they're back to business, hoping to get back in the win column and stay over 500 if they can. On the other side for Lincoln, they're coming off a road trip as they went down to Long Beach State for an exhibition matchup against the Beach, where they were able to have a nice solid run with them inside of the pyramid, but they're looking to get back into the win column after their game before the new year as they transition over to the 2026 portion of the calendar in their season, looking to get into the win column as they inch closer and closer to begin conference play for the season. But it's set to be a good matchup on store for us here on NorCal Sports TV. Again, glad you could join us as it's the first broadcast, or one of the few first broadcasts we're providing for you here on NorCal Sports TV to open up 2026. As we're going to give you the starting five for Cal Maritime as they're led by their head coach in Colin Johnston. As they'll be leading off with Makai Johnston, Luka Popovich, Ivan Soto, Nick Stone, and Jordan Morency will be in the starting five for the Keel Haulers. For Lincoln, they have Brandon Williams, Chris Plante, Claude McKesey, Diolu Kalajaye, and Nathan Chatelain will round out the starting five for William Middlebrook's squad. As the tip is up and is won by the Keel Haulers. We are underway here tonight in Oaktown. Ready to throw down. Good pass inside and right out the gate. Cal Maritime get on the board thanks to Nick Stone. One thing about Nick Stone in that game against Whittier, talking with Colin Johnson before the game, he dropped 40. So a bit of a career game for young player, guard, sophomore out of Sacramento. Lincoln not able to score in their first offensive possession of the game. Long range from the corner for three. It's missed by Soto. There to recover on the rebound, however. Keel Haulers off to a 4-0 run to begin the ball game. Here's Leolu Kalajaye at the top of the key for the Oaklanders. Gives it off to his right to Planty. Chatelain inside, gets bumped, but it's going to be an offensive foul on the charge. Oh, not a good start for Lincoln. That's one thing that they have to get adjusted to. They are coming off a few days, especially having a game on the road, but from Maritime, they're the most rested team coming into tonight with pretty much taking 2 weeks off. There at the top is Morency. Give it off over to his right. Crossover behind the back. Pulling up from the fadeaway from the high post, but it's missed by Stone. And here comes the Oaklanders as driving in for the bucket, Brandon Williams. As he gets Lincoln on the board. There's a pull-up from the mid-range, but not able to hit it to Soto. Lincoln playing with a lot of energy. You know, one thing about William Middlebrook's squad, they'll move fast. Maybe a little bit undersized against this Keel Hauler squad, but they will find a way to score, mostly from the inside. Not a big three-point shooting team on the surface. Trying to go up for the putback, having to do it 3 times. The charm, Jordan Morency. Brandon Williams in the backcourt being guarded up by Popovich. He's going to take it himself and able to get it into the cup easily. The man out of Miami Gardens Trying to do weekend for his squad, and right there is Stone popping it from deep. There's the first three of the night. Now we get a steal here. Stone, behind the back pass on the fast break, not able to do it cleanly. Now the bucket will still go in for the key haulers. They're up 11-4 to open up the game. That was Morency on the recovery there. And the one thing about both these teams, they did see each other at the beginning of the season, where Cal Maritime was able to get a win against Lincoln 108-102 way back in October. This three-ball attempt by Williams, and able to finish on the fast break all by himself is Morency once again. He's already on the board with 6 points here in the first half. Kesey over to his left, hits Williams. Williams trying to find a lane down the middle, but it's going to be a foul on the reach. That's the first team foul for Cal Maritime tonight. Chatelain's going to hit the charger here. He'll be taking a breather off the benches. Coming in for him off the benches, looks for his Nicholas Hansraj. Make that Adrian Hernandez coming into the game. Shot clock's down to 2. Hernandez not able to hit the shot from outside. On picking up, keeping it in is Williams. On McKesey, smart enough to let that one go. A little bit too quick on the outlet pass, but it will stay Oaklanders' ball. So Adrian Hernandez is in the game now for the Oaklanders. We're going to get our first media timeout of the night as Cal Maritime are in the driver's seat to open things up. 13-4 is the score here in Oakland as you're tuned into college basketball here on NorCal Sports TV.
Lincoln University is the best university considering its location, affordability, and the programs they offer. Bachelor of Science in Diagnostic Imaging is a very exciting program. It has 2 concentrations, sonography and electrocardiography. It has a great future ahead. MBA and MS programs are providing a solid foundation for future. A multicultural student body and faculty make Lincoln University a truly global school.
We're back here inside of Laney College Gymnasium in Oakland as Cal Maritime have a 13-4 lead against the Lincoln Oaklanders to open up the game as we are just past our first media timeout of the half. The Oaklanders trying to get something going here. Went a little bit slow to start off the night. Brandon Williams not able to finish cleanly on the layup drive out of the timeout break. Oh, Nick Stone can't grasp it firmly, so it's going to be a turnover on the keel haulers. What they know about Nick Stone, last time out, he had a 40-point game where he hit 8 threes on 9 attempts. Had himself quite the shooting performance against Whittier, despite it being a losing effort. Akalaje able to finish at the hoop for the basket. Leolu Kalaje had the team high for the Oaklanders in the Long Beach State game where he scored 25. Keel Oilers are on a roll here to begin the night. They come on an inbound play. Going to swing it over to the left. New substitute coming into the game for the Keel Oilers, as that's Amanjit Jatha, who's going to draw the foul on that baseline drive, so he'll go to the line for 2 free throws. Amanjit Jatha, the sophomore who the JUCO transfer that transferred in from College of San Mateo. You talk about a program that's on a run right now. College of San Mateo, one of the best programs in the JUCO ranks in NorCal at the moment. You're seeing them in a future broadcast here on NorCal Sports TV on the next week or so. So he goes 2 for 2 at the charity strike. That pushes the Keel Oilers lead now up to 11. Ajayi at the top, matching up with Chata, has to go in himself. So he's going to be a foul on the shot there. Aleolu will go to the line. And you see on that play with Emerson Santos coming into the game for Cal Maritime. He wears number 14. He was there underneath the basket trying to stop Cal Ajayi from trying to go inside to score. Here he is at the line. He's going to knock in the first one. His first free throw attempt of the night. Along with scoring the team high in that Long Beach State game with 25, he also had the team high in assists with 5. Quite impressive, especially going up against a pretty mid-level D1 program in Long Beach State. Of course, they do most of their work in the Big West Conference. Tends to be a pretty over competitive mid-major conference on the West Coast. Chata being caught for traveling there in the corner, so he'll have to give it back. Now on the floor for the Keel Oilers is Chiron Pham. He wears number 11. And Maritime throwing a full court press on the Oaklanders. They're still trying to get past the timeline. Kalaje from deep for 3. And it looked like he shot that from the bleachers. It's off the mark, however, so the Keel Oilers will get this one back. Pham at midcourt, but Plante is going to be booked with a foul. It's a bit of a push on the ball that time. There's Jordan Morency. He's back in. Gives off the Stone. Pulling up from the top, but can't hit. I'll turn on the Jets. His ball hits off to Ajayi. His three-point shot is off, but Plante is there for the rebound. Lakisi inside, but he'll get booked with a charge. That's Chata taking the shot there to the chest. It's a little bit excessive. I think Mikisi, he dropped the shoulder a little bit too much on him. And Samuel Wall, wearing number 6 for the Oaklanders, now in the game. As inside the Pham, trying to hit Stone in the corner. He's taken by Mikisi, but there will be a foul. It's a good hustle there. Claude to stay with it and get the ball back for Lincoln. Of course, this would be a game that the Oaklanders would love to have against an opponent like Cal Maritime, especially with Cal Maritime being a representative from the NAIA ranks, playing in the Cal Pac Conference. Had a few all-conference players on their team. Received those honors last season. Pass out to the corner for 3. Cash money. Solid shot there by Chris Planty. Now Cal Maritime trying to get something going here. Oh, that one goes off of Williams' foot. Late whistle, but they'll call it a kickball. But that was a much-needed shot for the Oaklanders to get. That corner three hit by the guard out of Paris, France, Chris Planty. Of course, he's been around the Lincoln program for a couple of years now. Cornerstone player for William Millbrooks. Here's Adrian Hernandez coming off the charger to substitute for Planty. He'll take a breather on the bench. Cal Maritime still with the rock. Cam on the inbound to Morency. There's the handoff to his right. Now it goes back to Morency from three. Air ball. Kesey over to Kalajaye. Three-point shot in transition. Able to get it to go. ATM. Leulu showing off the range. Just like that. Makes it a three-point game. Excuse me, and make that a two-point game for Lincoln. Waiting for an update on the scoreboard here. And that feet was behind the line on that shot. McKesey driving in and gets the basket. Oh, the scoreboard does say 17-16, so Lincoln does get it within one here. And there's a steal. Grabbed by Kalajaye, gives off the wall all by himself, trying to finish at the cup, but not able to get the layup to go. Williams kicking it out to the corner. The three-point attempt from McKesey, no good. Cal Maritime trying to move fast. Bounces out on the baseline. It's going to go out of bounds. It's getting trapped there in the corner was Emerson Santos. That's going to take us to our under 15 media timeout now, as Lincoln now have it within a one, as it's 17-16. They're getting the keel haulers on the ropes here in Oakland.
Ball is life, hydration, zero caffeine, all natural flavors, no color dyes, organic cane sugar, beta-alanine to push harder, no crashes, packed with B vitamins, electrolytes, and beet juice for stamina and recovery. Clean, scientifically formulated sports drink. All natural, all fight. Ball is life. Hydration. Get yours now at the link in the description.
We're back here in Oakland with the Lincoln Oaklanders getting it within one now against Cal Maritime, as they have gone on a bit of a run since that last media timeout. So they're playing much cleaner basketball down the stretch. Still trying to continue to push it here. Kalajaye pulling up from the mid-range, hits the shot. Man, such a beautiful jumper. Leulu trying to do what he did down in Long Beach a few nights ago. Of course, fitting to say that happened last year, with it still being 2025 and now being in 2026. Pulling up from the logo now. Can't get it to go that time. Caught for traveling on the floor on a rebound was Sam Adahikuri. He wears number 15 for the keel haulers. So Lincoln will get a chance to inbound the play on their end of the court. They now have taken the lead 18-17. Cal Maritime began this game with the lead. A bit of a run. Adrian Hernandez from deep. No good. Here come the keel haulers with Ivan Soto carrying the rock. We're going to get a whistle, saying that the shot clock was not running at the beginning of the play on the inbound. Now Chata is going to come out of the game as he will be substituted for Luka Popovic, who now re-enters the game for Maritime. Yeah, so there was a bit of a confusion on the way that the game was being scored. Like, we thought that one of those shots that was taken was a 3. But instead it got counted for a 2. On occurrence where we believe that the Oaklanders could have had the lead, they had to get a few extra buckets to get the lead, so that's where we stand now. Popovic of a lane and able to get it off the window. Maybe a seesaw battle here. Jai taking contact, but he's going to get fouled. So we'll go to the line for free throws. Jai has been taking a few shots so far on these plays here. Can't get the first free throw to go. He's going to have to do it again. We'll bounce back with the second one to tie the game up at 19. About 10.5 minutes left to go in the first half. We had a pretty exciting first half on hand here in Oakland to open up the 2026 calendar year of the basketball season. There's Ivan Soto trying to go for the 3 ball there, but it's missed. Now from the corner off the side of the backboard, way off the mark for Kalajaye. There's a steal in transition on the fast break. Williams with the grab. Kalajaye over to his left, hits wall. With space underneath, McKesey with the reverse lay. Claude McKesey getting the second field goal of the night so far. I'm sure he would love to rack up on the scores in this one. Popovic taking the charge there. Kalajaye this time on the other end, he takes a shot, but it goes in favor for the Oaklanders. And he's just been everywhere on the floor so far tonight, making the clutch hustle plays both on the ball and off of it. But right now, Cal Maritime, that was their 15th foul, so a few more could put Lincoln in a good spot to be in the bonus, especially with them now having the lead, up by 2. I check for a wet spot. No looks of it. There's Kalajaye over to his left to wall. Oaklanders trying to make their way past the timeline. They do. And Cal Maritime, they set up in a 3-2 zone on defense. There's Williams with the spin move. Trying to work his way around, taking some contact, falls, but gets the bucket. But answering back quickly in transition was Morency. And a whistle on the reach at midcourt. Just nonstop action is like if the Oaklanders get a basket, Cal Maritime will not waste any time to get it back down on their end. It shows you what the flow of this game is going into. A lot of up-tempo offense being seen on both sides. Now an offensive foul off ball, so it's going to go back to the keel haulers. CHO to Soto. They're going to go left around the perimeter. There's Nick Stone with the rock now. Trying to keep it outside. Lincoln doing an excellent job protecting inside the perimeter. Shot clock is down to 7. Maritime going to have to hurry. Soto going inside. Morency throws it off the glass. We're tied up again at 23. They're going bucket for bucket. And Williams pulling up from deep. Had enough time to get the release right, but couldn't answer. There's Stone. Bounce inside on the baseline cut is Micah Johnston. Kesey all by himself loses it, but it's going to stay with the Oaklanders. I think Colin Johnson liked that call much. Thought it could have gone the other way. That's going to take us to our third media timeout, our under 10 media timeout here in the first half. But Lincoln and Cal Maritime going back and forth here with the Keel Haulers holding the advantage up 25-23.
Out here, it ain't about the lights. It ain't about the crowd. It's about heart. Every bucket's earned. You either fold or you fight. This game don't care who you are. It'll test you, break you, build you. And if you're still here, still standing, that means you got it in you. Ball is life. Never back down.
Return here to Oakland with Cal Maritime holding the lead 25-23 early on. So we want to again wish everybody a happy new year here from NorCal Sports TV. Glad we made it to 2026, and we're going to have a whole lot of basketball down the stretch the rest of the way for you. A lot of solid games to look forward to, especially in the JUCO ranks over these next few weeks in the month of January. It's going to be a busy month, but we're happy to bring you coverage of that. And also, let's not forget about the high school hoops that we have going on this weekend on NorCal Sports TV. Brandon Williams out of the timeout, trying to get the shot up, but it's going to be fouled. Cal Maritime now with 17 fouls, Lincoln with 6. For the rest of the way, however, this will help the Oaklanders as they are now in the bonus. Here's Brandon Williams. Gets the first one to go in. Brandon Williams, he's a 6'4" guard freshman out of Miami Gardens, so he's coming from the 305 all the way up out here to the 510, changing the coast. Couldn't hit the second free throw as here comes Jordan Morency for the Keel Haulers here. Pass inside the Stone. Oh, waits patiently, but able to drop it in the cup. Nick Stone, a high efficient scorer for Cal Maritime. Kesey couldn't get up twice. Even with the putback, couldn't get on the second chance. Soto pulling up from 3 from the left wing, can't hit. Kalajai on the outlet, and he's able to finish strong at the hoop. He uses that speed to his advantage. The foul on the play. Actually, that came right at our broadcast table. You got to be careful with our equipment here. It'll be a foul, so it's going to be a 1-of-1 Cal Maritime here. Nick Stone is at the line for the free throws. So Stone misses it. This is the delay of game. It's going to go back the other way for the Oaklanders here. There you go, trying to break the press that Maritime is throwing at him. Ajayi crossover on the spin move, pull up three, off the mark. Popovich kick out to the wing. Stone spin move. I was inside. Morency able to work his way around. Wow, what a finish for him. Now in the game for Lincoln is Paul Ismail Diomandi. He wears 21. On how about the denial? That's Micah Johnston saying, try again later, sir. And you just look at that block they put on Kalajaye there on the drive. But Lincoln will reset here. They still hold the rock on offense. Just over 6 minutes left to go in the first half. 29-26. Cal Maritime still hold the lead. Williams getting double teamed. Going to go out to McKesey. Shot clock down to 5. Williams going to do it again. McKesey with a prayer off the backboard. It's going to be a shot clock violation on the Oaklanders. The Keel Haulers improving very well on defense here. Soto with a pull-up, mid-range J, good for 2. McKesey trying to do it himself. Diomandi with the offensive board. A whistle gets blown. It's going to be a stop. Lincoln will set up for the inbound play. Cal Maritime holding a 5-point advantage with 5:19 left on the game clock as they kind of had their hands full in this first half going up against Lincoln. As Lincoln trying to get even with the Keel Haulers after they dropped a 6-point loss all the way back in October against them out in Vallejo. McKesey from the baseline. Can't hit the 2. Popovich by himself now gets a pass off to Johnston. Easy layup for the deuce. So the junior out of El Dorado Hills this past Sacramento, transferred by way of American River College, so he's a JUCO product. Definitely making his way with Maritime. Kesey taking a bump, but it's going to be an offensive foul. And still doing the dirty work is Micah Johnston. He's just been doing it all off the ball and even willing to sacrifice the body for his team. Now you can just see he's bringing the energy right now for Cal Maritime. Now Devin Thomas wearing 22 for the Keel Haulers now comes into the game. He wears the pink shoes. There's a knockaway grabbed by Williams. Oh, and a take foul on the layup. It's going to be a foul, so that will send Williams to the line. And Williams had to throttle down after he got that steal from Soto. As you can see, Soto just kind of grabbed at his shoulders. One of those fouls is to stop the play there. Don't get the easy bucket. I'm going to make you get 2 the hard way. Williams says, all right, I'll do just that. So Hernandez coming back on the floor for Lincoln. So is Chatalan. Williams makes both of the free throws, not leaving any money on the floor. Popovich bounce pass to the corner of Pham. Got to go for the floater. Can't answer. Gets the rebound and the foul on the putback. 3-point play possibly coming up for Popovich. And just all-out hustle there inside from the high post. Can't answer with the free throw. Lincoln trying not to let this deficit get out of hand. Still need to cut down 7 before the half ends with just under 4 minutes left. Ajayi, catch and shoot, triple. Cash Mula. He does it again. Popovich can't answer. Micah Johnston continuing to be present on offense. Ajayi almost loses it, recovers it, and then pulls up and hits the shot. He is a man on fire right now. Like there's a reach there on the foul. That doesn't do Lincoln much favors, as that's going to put them in more foul trouble, as Cal Maritime is going to get their free throws when we come back from the timeout break. But how about Leolu Kalajai doing the work on offense to keep the Oaklanders in this game? You can see from the highlights, everything's just going the way for Lincoln here.
Lincoln University is the best university considering its location, affordability, and the programs they offer. Bachelor of Science in Diagnostic Imaging is a very exciting program. It has 2 concentrations, sonography and electrocardiography. It has a great future ahead. MBA and MS programs are providing a solid foundation for future. A multicultural student body and faculty make Lincoln University a truly global school.
Returner to Oakland with 3:15 left to go in the half. 37-34 is the score. Cal Maritime still holding their balance here, as Lincoln has had them on the ropes in the later half of the first half. The one thing for Lincoln, however, is just, they're fouling at the wrong time, and even though both teams are going to be in the bonus the rest of the way, doesn't really do them much favors. At the line for free throws for the Key Haulers is Jordan Morency. He gets the first one to go. Morency, junior out of Las Vegas. Transfer by way of the JUCO ranks from Copper Mountain College. That's another solid JUCO program down in Southern California. Here comes Lincoln. Back on offense, Adrian Hernandez to his left. It's Leolu Kalajai, who's been having an excellent first half from the shooting side. Has Pham on him. He gets that pick. Diomande, shot clock down to 6. Diomande trying to take it himself, but can't finish cleanly. Morency with the board. Gives out to Popovich in transition. Morency getting booked for jaywalking on the travel call. Now Lincoln catching a break there. I'm sure they'll have a few more offensive possessions. Try to see if they can take the lead possibly. They still are down by 4. They do have the right players on the floor. It's mostly their starters. But they have 2 bigs out there that can help with them possibly try to score more in the paint. Chadalon and Diomande. The two bigs for the Oaklanders. Kalajai swinging over to Hernandez. Now finds Williams. We're at the high post. Williams spin move inside. And he gets the friendly bounce to go for two. Devin Thomas at the top of the key. Off to his right. Hits Pham. There's a steal there by Williams. All by himself down the floor and finishes with the rim grazer. He's doing the Vice City style out there. Brandon Williams evens the score up, 38 for the Oaklanders. Thomas from deep for the triple. Can't answer. Morency hustle play, but had his foot just past the baseline, out of bounds. It'll be Oaklander ball. Brandon Williams been doing everything he can to keep his team in it. You can see on that play, gets the cookies and then goes up and eats all day. Oh, and he almost lost the pass from Chadalon there. Alajaye from the logo now. It's Chadalon over to his left. Diamande kicks it to the right. Hernandez for the triple. Cash Moolah for the lead. Another steal grabbed by Williams. Kalajaye on the reverse drive. Too easy. Cal Maritime need a timeout. Brandon Williams and Leolu Kalajaye are doing everything they can to put the key haulers on the ropes. You can see just those three great possessions going in favor for Lincoln. You get the layup drives by Brandon Williams, and you also get that big three-point shot from Adrian Hernandez. I mean, that just goes to show what this Lincoln team can do to keep the hustle going, especially when they play close against their opponents. Cal Maritime looking a little bit winded out there as far as just trying to keep a lead here. The Oaklanders have just continued to show much grit and fight on defense, and when you're able to do that, it helps make things a lot easier when it comes to scoring on the offensive side. So after a 30-second timeout, the players do return to the floor, but now Lincoln find himself with the advantage, up by 5 with 1 minute and 14 seconds left to go on the game clock. Yeah, but what a half it's been for Lincoln to not let Cal Maritime's hot start phase them in any way. So here come the keel haulers back on offense after the timeout. Tyron Pham carrying the rock. He's at the logo being guarded up by Williams. Dangerous as Williams once again comes up with another steal. Doing the dash down the floor in the carpool lane. Well, it's going to be a charge on his end. Oh, it looked like the call got changed there. So it's going to stick with Lincoln. We're going to show you that replay, what happened there. Yeah, Williams was just coming down floor at 90 miles per hour, and Amanjit Chato was taking the bump there and looked like he didn't have his feet set. Instead of the offensive foul, that will give Brandon Williams the opportunity to score for some tax-free points at the free throw line. You even see you had Hernandez coming from the right side getting ready for the layup there on the dump that Williams was getting. So Williams can't get the 1-of-1. Minutes now turn to seconds in the first half. Cal Maritime may only have a handful of chances. Try to close out this half strong. Johnston from the top. Spin move on Williams. He has to kick it back out. Stone off the end of the rim. Missed three-point shot, but there's an offensive foul underneath the hoop. So it was Brandon Williams that took the shot that time. And you're going to have to give him a minute as he walks over to his assistant coach, Sammy Kalajaye, try to get his balance back. But, yeah, that was quite a bump that he did take. But that will give Williams another trip to the free throw line, however. He's able to get it to go this time on the first attempt. Two for two. Perfect sequence there for the man out of Miami Gardens. Micah Johnston matching up with Williams. Williams racking up on the steals in this one tonight. Johnston still with the rock. Pull-up jumper from the baseline. Good to go for the deuce. Kalajaye, 7 seconds left on the game clock. See, he might try to go for a buzzer beater. Calls an ISO. Pull-up for the buzzer. Can't answer, but on the recovery is Chadalon. The buzzer sounds late, but that's going to conclude the half. But, man, what a finish for Lincoln to close out strong in that first half to come back and take the lead with a 5-point advantage going into the locker room. The Cal Maritime have just been out of balance based on the hustle that Lincoln has been able to provide, making it a 45-40 game at the halftime break. But, man, what a battle we have going down in Oakland with Lincoln trying to protect home floor, as we're going to take a 15-minute intermission ourselves as we need a breather just by the hustle that we saw in that half. As you're tuning in here in the NorCal Sports TV, we'll be back for the second half with the Oaklanders up 45-40 on Cal Maritime. This is Philip Hall on the call. We'll see you for the second half.
Out here, it ain't about the lights. It ain't about the crowd. It's about heart. Every bucket's earned. You either fold or you fight. This game don't care who you are. It'll test you, break you, build you. And if you're still here, still standing, that means you got it in you. Ball is life. Never back down.
Lincoln University is the best university considering its location, affordability, and the programs they offer. Bachelor of Science in Diagnostic Imaging is a very exciting program. It has 2 concentrations, sonography and electrocardiography. It has a great future ahead. MBA and MS programs are providing a solid foundation for future. A multicultural student body and faculty make Lincoln University a truly global school.
Ball is life, hydration, 0 caffeine, all natural flavors, no color dyes, organic cane sugar, beta-alanine to push harder, no crashes, packed with B vitamins, electrolytes, and beet juice for stamina and recovery. A clean, scientifically formulated sports drink, all natural, all fight. Ball is life. Hydration. Get yours now at the link in the description.
Whether you're taking Highway 49, Highway 99, coming from anywhere in the 209, or much, much further, take a drive up Highway 108 to the NorCal Sports TV Summer Basketball Camp. It's a 5-day overnight summer basketball camp in the Sierra foothills of Sonora. The NorCal Sports TV Summer Basketball Camp, where we keep it 100.
All is life hydration. Zero caffeine. All natural flavors. No color dyes. Organic cane sugar. Beta-alanine to push harder. No crashes. Packed with B vitamins, electrolytes, and B juice for stamina and recovery. A clean, scientifically formulated sports drink. All natural, all fight. Ball is life. Hydration. Get yours now at the link in the description.
Lincoln University is the best university considering its location, affordability, and the programs they offer. Bachelor of Science in Diagnostic Imaging is a very exciting program. It has 2 concentrations, sonography and electrocardiography. It has a great future ahead. MBA and MS programs are providing a solid foundation for future. A multicultural student body and faculty make Lincoln University a truly global school.
Whether you're taking Highway 49, Highway 99, coming from anywhere in the 209 or much, much further, take a drive up Highway 108 to the NorCal Sports TV Summer Basketball Camp. It's a 5-day overnight summer basketball camp in the Sierra foothills of Sonora. The NorCal Sports TV Summer Basketball Camp, where we keep it 100.
Out here, it ain't about the lights. It ain't about the crowd. It's about heart. Every bucket's earned. You either fold or you fight. This game don't care who you are. It'll test you, break you, build you. And if you're still here, still standing, that means you got it in you. Ball is life. Never back down.
Lincoln University is the best university considering its location, affordability, and the programs they offer. Bachelor of Science in Diagnostic Imaging is a very exciting program. It has 2 concentrations, sonography and electrocardiography. It has a great future ahead. MBA and MS programs are providing a solid foundation for future. A multicultural student body and faculty make Lincoln University a truly global school.
We return here to Oakland, getting ready for the second half between Lincoln and Cal Maritime, as Lincoln have the lead 45-40 against the Keel Haulers, and what has been a great matchup that we had. We're here to open up the 2026 calendar year here from downtown Oakland. And hello again, everybody. It's Philip Hall on the call with you, about to get ready to return back to some basketball on this Saturday night, as after that first half, Lincoln had that flow going where they were able to get the lead back from Cal Maritime, who started off the game off to a pretty relatively hot start. But for the Oaklanders, they have been led heavily by Brandon Williams, who finished out with 16 points in the first half, along with the assistance from Leolu Kalajai, who's currently leading in the point category with 19 points scored in the first frame. But for Cal Maritime, they've been getting some assistance both from Micah Johnston and Jordan Morency, as Morency had 13 points in the first half, along with Johnston, who had the second highest with 8 for his team. But it's been quite a balancing act for both of these teams to try to keep their leads intact. But right now, the Oaklanders are in the driver's seat, looking to keep it that way and put their foot on the gas, getting themselves to a W. Here we go as we return back from the halftime break for the fresh 20. Last 20 left to go in regulation. There's Stone with the deflection, the pass off to Morency, almost losing it. Stone gets it back, but he gets bumped by Chadalan, but he draws the foul before the shot clock expired. Looks like Nick Stone is going to be headed to the charity stripe to begin the half, see if he could try to cut into that deficit. Only a 5-point deficit as we begin the second frame here. He gets the first free throw to go. And Nick Stone has had a bit of a different game compared to that 40-point game that he had last time out. And on the steal, Cal Maritime tried to get a quick answer, but the pass goes awry out of the reach of Johnston, so it goes back to the Oaklanders. Kalajaye and Williams making their way back down the floor. McKesey now with the rock, trying to look for help. He does in Adrian Hernandez. Kalajaye, who's been the hot man for the Oaklanders tonight, dishing off to Williams. Chadalan now back to Kalajaye from the top of the key for 3, but can't answer. There's Popovich. He works from the side here. Handoff to Morency. Tried to go for that Euro, but kicked it out to Ivan Soto. Ivan Soto, all the time in the world, knocks down the triple. Now we got ourselves, actually from the looks of it, his foot was on the line there, so they actually counted a 2. Cal Maritime within 1, however. Kalajaye from the corner. Oh, most to our broadcast table here, but he couldn't knock down the triple. Morency able to answer back in transition, giving the Keel Haulers the lead. was a reach in there on the foul. Lincoln coming back on offense here, trying to get the lead back. Having to wait a little bit. Referee crew get things going. So inside there, Williams, but can't finish, and he shows the frustration just knowing he could have had a chance for a three-point play. But he'll have to get two the hard way this time. Williams able to get it to go. Substitutions being made for Cal Maritime. Emerson Santos, who wears number 14, a freshman from Folsom, comes back on the floor as Williams misses the second free throw. But the game is tied at 46. One's missed. Lincoln couldn't capitalize on the defensive rebound, however. McKesey trying to do it himself. No luck on the finish. Williams almost grabbed it. But look at that block by Chadalon. Denying access inside for the Keel Haulers. And now he's able to get that board there. Great defensive possession for the man from France. A whistle gets blown in transition, so Lincoln having to slow things down. They'll set up for an inbound play here. Now there's a whistle off-ball call. One thing that Cal Maritime does not want to allow themselves to do is to get themselves into foul trouble, especially with it still being this early in the second half. Chadalon working past Santos. He'll draw the foul. That will send Nathan Chadalon to the charity stripe here. And a little bit quiet so far tonight, even though if he started. He gets the first free throw to go. Here, the freshman forward out of France wants to contribute a little bit more from the way that this game has been going for the Oaklanders. So he gets a pair of free throws to go, giving them a 48-46 lead. Just under 3 minutes already played here. And smoking the layup was Nick Stone. Chadalon with another rebound. McKesey gives off to Kalajaye, catch and shoot three. Not able to get it to go through the net. McKesey down low, finishing for the layup. Morency tried to go for that quick shot in transition, but couldn't hit. Chadalon, Statue of Liberty dunk. Looking like the Eiffel Tower coming down the floor there and finishing at the rim. I think he's just arrived, folks. Nathan Chadalon, what a finish on the dunk. You can see fast break play, standing tall. You can play him the French national anthem. Cal Maritime will have to reset here. Now Lincoln able to get a run going, now up by 6. Johnston, looked like he almost got booked for the travel there. Kept his feet steady though. He sets up from the outside. Three-point shot, not able to go. He misses. But Nick Stone for the mid-range, he can't answer. And Chadalon once again on the hustle. Late whistle, but a foul will be called. And Nathan Chadalon started to wake up here in the second half, making some big plays on the ball. You know, I reference Nathan Chadalon, even though the dunk was a Statue of Liberty dunk, as we would refer to it in the States, but he was looking more like the Eiffel Tower, of course, with him being from France. But he's just a part of the large crop of French players that have transitioned over here to the States. You kind of see some resemblance of a little bit of Victor Wembanyama and how he looks, but you never know. Maybe he might have some Wemby blood in him. So Lincoln continuing the push here. They've been on an 8-0 run so far. Hernandez. Nothing but nylon on the triple. It's now a double-digit lead for the Oaklanders. Nick Stone breaks the scoring drought with the made basket. That's going to take us to our first media timeout break of the half, but Lincoln have been on a roll here since coming out of the locker room. Seeing some big plays on the ball there. Adrian Hernandez with the knockdown triple, making it a 57-48 lead here in Oakland for the Oaklanders.
Lincoln University is the best university considering its location, affordability, and the programs they offer. Bachelor of Science in Diagnostic Imaging is a very exciting program. It has 2 concentrations, sonography and electrocardiography. It has a great future ahead. MBA and MS programs are providing a solid foundation for future. A multicultural student body and faculty make Lincoln University a truly global school.
Return here to the gymnasium here at Laney College in the heart of downtown Oakland. Saturday night hoops on NorCal Sports TV for you. It's Lincoln continuing to push up 57-48 now against the Keel Haulers, trying to run away with this lead. Well, we've been seeing some big plays made by the 6'7" freshman forward out of France, and Nathan Chadalon. Chadalon has come up big for his squad. Trying to keep it going here. He stays on the floor after the timeout break. Hits Kalajaye for the outside shot, but not able to go. Nick Stone racing back in transition. Now off to Morency. Santos. Johnston in the corner has Chadalon on him. Trying to work around him. Went for the shot, but couldn't answer. Chadalon keeps him quiet. Whoa, and Brandon Williams climbs the ladder. What a jam. He did him Vice City style once again. You can put that one on a wall in your room, kids. Brandon Williams out here getting posters. Emerson Santos answers back with the and one finish inside. We're going to run back that play for you. Santos with Chatelain there. Able to work past him. Santos at the line for the three-point play. That was an 8-point lead still for Lincoln. Brandon Williams trying to do it again. He's going to finish up. Stronger this time on the lay. Had to use a little bit more muscle and contact. He gets back-to-back field goals to go. Oh, Williams gets the block on Morency. Tells him the rent's due. There will be a foul in transition. Soto on the reach on Kalajaye. Brandon Williams just telling Morency to try again later. Not in my house. Inbound pass outside the Williams. Dish off down low. Kalajaye with the teardrop. A little bit of Showtime action made by the Oaklanders. Trying to get that mixtape catalog squared away for 2026. Yeah, but that was a smart play there. Heads up by Brandon Williams. Saw that Kalajaye had the spacing coming from the baseline there and just able to get the float up and drop the dime easily for him. There's Johnston at the charity stripe, gets the first one to go. Now there's two made by Micah Johnston. Still under 14 minutes left to go in the half. Cal Maritime trying to cut down a 10-point deficit. Kalajaye gets booked with the charge. Stone taking the contact. Now the 14th foul for the Oaklanders. Here comes Maritime back on the ball here. Stone at the top. McKesey's on him. Gives off over to Morency. Shot clock's down to 8. Soto of space in the corner. Three ball no good, but they dive on the floor for it. But out of bounds is Johnston. Is going to go back to the Oaklanders. And these hustle plays have just been highlight worthy for both of these teams, especially for Lincoln. We've seen some big plays so far here in the second half early on. They have just added some extra juice to their tempo since halftime. Now we're going to get a pause here. They got to wipe the floor off. All right, they might be wiping the ball off or the floor. Well, yeah, it is the spot. You can see at home on the camera. That little corner spot. Of course, a tactic that could be used on defense is you could trap a player into a corner using a triple team or a double team, especially on an inbound play. As you can see, Cal Maritime bringing a bit of a press, is spaced out. The Oaklanders going to work their way up the floor here. They get past the timeline. Williams trying to go to work on Morency. Outside hits McKesey. McKesey trying to look for help. Inside trying to take it down Main Street was Kalajaye, but he gets fouled by Johnston. We're going to send Leolu to the line for 2 shots. Leolu can't answer with the first one. He did a pretty solid job in that first half. Again, he scored 19 points in the first 20 minutes of the game. But since, he only had one made field goal, and now he's also going 0 for 2 at the free throw line in that sequence. Maritime starters have been getting their minutes worth here in the second half, trying to cut this game in the half as Nick Stone hits the three from the corner. That will take us into our under 15 media timeout. So now, Cal Maritime, actually they scored that a two-pointer instead. Stone had his foot on the line there, so a correction on our end. And also based on the scoreboard, it will be 63-55 at the timeout break. 12:39 left to go here in Oakland.
Ball is life, hydration, zero caffeine, all natural flavors, no color dyes, organic cane sugar, beta-alanine to push harder, no crashes, packed with B vitamins, electrolytes, and beet juice for stamina and recovery. Clean, scientifically formulated sports drink, all natural.
Return back here to Oakland, 12:33 on the game clock in the second half with Lincoln holding a 63-55 lead. Kalajaye trying to go for the deep three, but it's too strong off the back iron. Stone tried to go for a spin move, loose ball on the ground. Going to be a foul as good hustle there by Adrian Hernandez to grasp it. Cal Maritime now up to 17 fouls, which will put Lincoln in the bonus here the rest of the way at that. And the Oaklanders have been taking great chances of the opportunities to go to the free throw line in this game. See Hernandez hitting the first free throw. Oh, and that one swirls off of the iron there. But he's only able to get 1 out of 2. Well, Johnson goes right to the hands of Williams. Man, he picked that like he's playing for the Niners. In the carpool lane of Chris Planty. Man, where has he been? Well, he's back, folks. And he's answering off the bench. That one's missed by Morency. Rebound grabbed by Williams. Planty from the corner in transition. Gives off to Hernandez. Now it's McKesey from the top. Pass Soto. Not able to finish cleanly for the layup. That one's going to roll out, but it will go in the direction of the Key Lawlers. Now we're going to get our under 15 media timeout officially this time, as the last timeout, even though it was a full timeout, it's going to be one given for the media, a break. So 66-55, the Oaklanders hold the lead with 11:39 left to play in the half.
Out here, it ain't about the lights. It ain't about the crowd. It's about heart. Every bucket's earned. You either fold or you fight. This game don't care who you are. It'll test you, break you, build you. And if you're still here, still standing, that means you got it in you. Ball is life. Never back down.
Lincoln University is the best university considering its location, affordability, and the programs they offer. Bachelor of Science in Diagnostic Imaging is a very exciting program. It has 2 concentrations, sonography and electrocardiography. It has a great future ahead. MBA and MS programs are providing a solid foundation for future. A multicultural student body and faculty make Lincoln University a truly global school.
And we return here to Oakland, here on NorCal Sports TV, with the Oaklanders leading the Keelhaulers 66-55. Just over 11 and a half minutes left to go in the game. Trying to bring some energy here. Emerson Santos trying to go up for the basket, but he gets fouled, so he'll get 2 the hard way. There's been quite an offensive output here for the Oaklanders tonight. Look back at that play. Santos, a little bit too much contact in his way. Here he is at the line. First one's going to go down. Second free throw will go for Santos. Well, that at least puts Cal Maritime under double digits with a deficit. Lincoln trying to get a pass up court. They do. Past the midline. Eolu Kalajaye. Long pass to the corner. Hits Hernandez. And that one is off the mark. Now in the game is Harrison Whitemore. He wears number 34 for Cal Maritime. Not a player that sees a lot of minutes, but he's only a freshman coming from Baton Rouge, Louisiana. Micah Johnston missing the outside shot. There's Williams. Elajaye trying to take it himself and finishes off the glass for the deuce. How about Harrison Whitemore getting the bucket himself off the bench? That's the kind of performance that you want to see from a young freshman trying to work his way up in the depth chart, especially when he could produce well off the charger. There's Micah Johnston. There's Planty on him. Finds Whitemore again. There's back-to-back layups. Good for the freshman out of Baton Rouge. Swinging around the perimeter. Hernandez for the triple. Good to go. It's payday for the man from Pasadena. Nick Stone fouled on the three-point attempt. He'll go to the line for 3. It's been a bit of a surprise to see Nick Stone and his scoring output here tonight. Hasn't really showed that same firepower that he had against Whittier, where he had the 8 3-pointers out of 9 shots from behind the arc. But Lincoln have been doing a pretty good job at keeping him off balance. But it's kind of starting to look like what that game in October was about, where it was high scoring on both sides. Stone gets the second attempt to go. Stone will go 2 out of 3 at the line. The Oaklanders aren't toning it down, however. They move quickly back up their end of the floor. McKesey with Stone matching up against him. Hernandez almost loses the handle, but keeps a grip on it. Doing it himself, Claude McKesey for the basket. We'll get a whistle and a pause. They got to clean up the sweat spot. How about Claude McKeesey? Even though he hasn't really been too present on the ball for the Oaklanders tonight, he's been able to reduce well off the ball, kind of having some reads on those passes, and also trying to clear lanes, especially with him being what you can consider a true point guard, while Leolu Kalaje is more of like the shooting guard, but plays more like a combo guard in a way. After a long wait, Key Lawlers will inbound the ball here with 9:16 left to go. They're still down by 10, as they haven't really been able to do much in trying to cut the deficit into double digits here. It's just been a bit of a stronghold by Lincoln to keep the lead the way it is. I'm sure Colin Johnson's squad is not going to fold, however. And Nick Stone draws the foul. And he'll go to the line for another trip. And that play, Chatelain trying to work underneath and may have to avoid trying to get himself into foul trouble. Here's Stone again for another opportunity for 2 free throws and can't get the first one. Jordan Morency coming back off the charger. And Harrison Whitemore staying in the game for Maritime. And Nathan Chatelain will come off the charger or go back on the charger for the Oaklanders. Williams trying to push off against Pham. Bit of a mismatch. Long pass cross court to Hernandez. 3-point shot off the back iron. Here's Morency now. Off to his right, Luka Popovic works the baseline, trying to catwalk it, but can't finish for the bucket. Comes Kalajaye, not hitting the brakes. Hernandez, catch and shoot, can't answer. Brandon Williams there for the offensive board. Kalajaye from a different spot. This 3-point shot, can't answer. There he is for the deflection, and oh my goodness. He jumped on top of the scorers table that time in the chase down for the ball. Hopefully everybody over there is okay. Whereas it's kind of right in the area where our PA announcer James Rockefeller sits. And you got a front row seat of that. And Kalajaye, man, he's got some hops and he's very agile. And of course, you want to keep that agility on the hardwood, not on the tables. They're just checking to make sure everything is good over at our scores table, as I think, like the scoreboard system here inside of Lincoln College Gymnasium kind of got a little bit out of whack there, but the numbers are back on the scoreboard. So a little bit of an equipment malfunction that we just had. It seems like everything is back up and running. We're still waiting for the shot clock to reset, however. I'm still waiting for the crew over at the scores table to get things going. Yep, there's a fresh 30 we see on the shot clock. Like we could get back to play here. So going to be Cal Maritime ball. Kalajaye wasn't able to get there in time and was the last one to touch it. Oh, there's a strip by Williams, was picked up by McKeesey and able to outpace Pham down the floor for the fast break layup. And there's a dive on the floor. McKesey with a big-time hustle. And he gets the crowd going inside of Lane College Gymnasium. Even get the bench going there. They're loving it. Those are the kind of players that William Middlebrooks likes to bring into his program. Guys that don't give up on plays. Guys that aren't afraid to do the dirty work. We're going to get a timeout break. 7:50 left to go in the game with Lincoln up by 11. We'll take another timeout break on our end. You're tuned in to college basketball here on NorCal Sports TV.
Lincoln University is the best university considering its location, affordability, and the programs they offer. Bachelor of Science in Diagnostic Imaging is a very exciting program. It has 2 concentrations, sonography and electrocardiography. It has a great future ahead. MBA and MS programs are providing a solid foundation for future. A multicultural student body and faculty make Lincoln University a truly global school.
There you got it, man. Yep.
You got 2 jobs.
The fans have been treated to a good performance by the Lincoln Oaklanders in this one, 75-64, as William Middlebrooks' squad trying to bring it home against Cal Maritime, a local rival from across the Carquinez Bridge coming from Vallejo. There's still all love in the Bay Area. Of course, with these cities being united, stand together, but when it comes to sports, sometimes the differences kind of outweigh the unity that we have when it comes to sporting competition. Coming from the timeout break, Claude McKesey will go to the line for free throws. Gets the 1 of 1. And Claude McKesey has had a pretty solid second half to help with the extension of this Oaklanders lead. Can't get the second free throw to fall. There's Pham passing it off over to Jordan Morency. Pham back with the rock, kicks it outside to Nick Stone. Stone trying to drop the shoulder, try to go downhill with it, but Harrison Whitemore not able to grasp the rebound cleanly. Alajaye, a catch and shoot 3. Oh, and there's a loose ball call. Micah Johnston taking a hard fall to the ground. Looks like Samuel Wall is going to be booked with that foul. But that will give Cal Maritime an opportunity to go for their bonus free throws here. It's going to be a 1 of 1 for Micah Johnston. He can't get that one to go. Brandon Williams coming up with the board. They'll bring it back up. Little stutter step. Kick out to the corner. Adrian Hernandez staying hot from behind the arc. He's got an arc in that jump shot of his. Get another foul on the floor here. Cal Maritime will go back to the line. This time be by way of Chiron Pham. We look back at that play, you see Williams with the assist, with the open eyes to track the package over to Adrian Hernandez for the triple. And Hernandez is having himself a great night. Able to knock down his shots from all sides of the floor. He's definitely been getting it done on the offensive end for Lincoln. Pham trying to go 2 for 2 at the charity stripe, and he will. Getting some tax-free points. Now we're going to get timeout on the floor here. Lincoln Now up by 13. The Stairs still trying to pull away with a lot of time left to go for Cal Maritime to try to spark up a bit of a comeback.
Out here, it ain't about the lights. It ain't about the crowd. It's about heart. Every bucket's earned. You either fold or you fight. This game don't care who you are. It'll test you, break you, build you. And if you're still here, still standing, that means you got it in you. Ball is life. Never back down.
.702 left on the game clock for Lincoln. Trying to get another home win here tonight in Oakland. There's Claude McKesey. Hernandez from the same spot, but can't answer for another time. Long pass, but a risky one. Chiron Pham able to catch it. Oh, Nick Stone even slipping on his feet there. Transition on McKesey, making life miserable for Chiron Pham in the paint. Solid defense. They're down low. Look at the ball movement. Kalajaye. It is just a work of art the way he shoots the rock, folks. Whitemore will answer for the deuce. How about Leolu Kalajaye with another three ball to fall? And that was based off an excellent ball movement there. Chiron Pham just fell straight back on the elbow that Kalajaye threw there. I'll run back on that play for you. You get to see the way that things were set up. McKesey with the pass to Plante. Then they find Kalajaye with nothing but time from the wing there. Even did a little bit of a pose on that release. Johnson too strong on the finish. McKesey, got smoked on the chase down by Nick Stone. Nick Stone is going to let it fly. And he's soaring there with that three-point shot from the top. Lynn Milbrooks will call a timeout after seeing that. Probably didn't like the way that Lincoln reset it back on defense on that play there. We're going to take another timeout break. Cal Maritime trying to push a little bit back here, but we've been seeing some pretty good plays there for Lincoln. 82-71, 5:40 left to go in the game. .540 left to go in regulation. 82-71, the Oaklanders holding the lead. You can already see on the inbound play, Hernandez just getting to his spot. He's waiting patiently for the rock to come to him. You just have a feeling he's wide open, calling for the pass. Lincoln's going to reset here. Leolu Kalajaye conducting the offense. Motion Plante to the left. Shot clock is down to 6. They're going to have to hurry. To Sham. The crossover to his right, but gets fouled on the drive for the layup attempt. Leolu Kalajaye, who's had the hot hand all night, will go to the line for some tax-free points. Micah Johnston kind of disagreeing with that call there. It looked like he could have had that clean block. Kalajaye Missing at the line there on the first attempt. Sure, the Oaklanders just want to put the keel haulers away here. Just over 5 minutes left in the game. Soto. Oh, he's changing the narrative. He hits the 3 ball. And that's really all Cal Maritime really needs to do. They need to chip away if they want to stay in this. Still down by 9, so still have a ways to go, especially with the way that the Oaklanders have been shooting the rock. Kalajai maybe trying just to burn some time. He has the ISO on Morency. Pull up for the mid-range, but can't get it to fall. Rolls off the iron twice. Soto trying to go to the hoop there. Gets his own rebound, puts it up for the putback. Oh, and falling to the ground is Kalajai. The steal picked up by Soto. Answers once again. And Leulu was trying to look for the foul that time. Here come the Oaklanders coming back down. Oh, there's a big shove by Ivan Soto. He knocked Williams to the ground trying to go for the ball there. And some words were exchanged on that call. Brandon Williams didn't like the amount of contact that was taken, a little bit too excessive. Here he is at the charity stripe. Cal Maritime does have 3 timeouts to use. They're now down only by 5. Williams, the first free throw to go. He's been having himself a good night in the points column himself. Going more for 20 here. He goes 2 for 2 at the stripe. I'll try to go with that steal attempt on Johnston. Falls to the ground hard. Yet to get up. Hopefully everything's okay. And Brandon Williams slow to get up and look back at that play. I'm a little bit too fast on that steal attempt, and he's trying to get up on his own power here. He's going to walk it off, so it seems like he's going to hang in. Nathan Chadlon on cleanup duty brought the towel out to clean up the sweat spot. Man, you can just see for Lincoln tonight, the way that they've been running down the floor, I'm sure they got to be a little bit tired for the way that the hustle has been on demand here. And Paul Ismail Diomande, he's at the scores table waiting to check in. And he's going to come off for Adrian Hernandez. So Adrian Hernandez will hit the charger. Diomande coming back in maybe for the Oaklanders to play a little bit more big inside the paint here. So Cal Maritime will have the ball. 4:03 left on the game clock. Morency on the inbound, gives it back to Micah Johnston. Johnston with a pull-up. Able to get the mid-range J, the fall. The Oaklanders not wasting any time in transition. Oh, but there's a steal grabbed by Ivan Soto. Gives off the Stone on the fast break. The reach will be called. Well, a good job by the Keelhaulers to come up on defense that time. Look back at that shot by Micah Johnson from a high post. Now timeout is going to be called on the floor, and we'll keep it here on NorCal Sports TV with you with the minutes winding down. 3:43 left to go in the game, but you could just see on that play there, Ivan Soto grabbed the midcourt pass attempt, and then Nick Stone tried to finish but was fouled in transition. But that's one of those fouls that you kind of have to take with a grain of salt, especially just knowing that you're trying to cut as much of the deficit down in this game, or at least try to extend the lead. Yeah, but Lincoln have been doing superb on those defensive plays, just disrupting the passing lanes that Cal Maritime have been trying to create. For Cal Maritime, this would be a bit of a tough loss to swallow, just knowing, how hard you have to fight just to stay in this game. But the Oaklanders have just turned it on to another gear ever since the halftime break. Of course, they had them up by double digits. But ever since Cal Maritime started a bit of a run, things have kind of gone their way. There's going to be a wild finish. The Oaklanders trying to hold this 5-point lead that could go away at a snap of a finger. Yeah, Cal Maritime trying to stay in the fight the best way they can. So we're back from the timeout break. Nick Stone going to make his way up to the free throw line here. Stone trying to stay stone cold. It's the free throw to go on the first attempt in this sequence. Well, he's 2 for 2 in the sequence there. So it's now a one-possession game for the Keel Haulers. Lincoln are going to need a big bucket here. Cal Maritime will need a big stop themselves. Kalajaye, shot clock in single digits, is at 6. Bounce pass, long range shot by Williams, missed, but McKesey there for the second chance. They're trying to burn more time off. Micah Johnston get up on Brandon Williams' grill. Behind the back, crossover, bounce pass, but pass to the corner. Plante can't get the three to go. Going to be a loose ball call on the rebound. Micah Johnston getting booked. That's going to send Paul Ismail Diomande to the line here. So Diomande will get his chance to shine. And gets the first free throw to go. Ismail Diomande transferred in from College of Alameda, just across the water from us, which is now being coached by former Lincoln head coach and NBA Hall of Famer and Oakland's own Gary Payton. He's been holding it down for College of Alameda ever since last year, since he took the job after leaving Lincoln. Deflection, and it's going to stick with the Keel Haulers, but good job there by Claude McKesey to disrupt the pass. Cal Maritime can't afford to give away too many mistakes here. Only a fraction of time left in regulation, 2:40 to be exact on the game clock. The Keel Haulers will set up on the inbound play. Ivan Soto going to be the one. Try to set something up for his guys to get a good shot here. They would love to have a three, at least get the game back within 2. I'm sure if you're Colin Johnson, you may want to try to have a focus on high percentage shots. You never want to be too greedy in situations like this. Here's Soto to Jordan Morency on the inbound. The DHO to Johnston. Johnston, pull up, mid-range shot, good to go. On Kalajaye, getting trapped. And the Killers into the court. They have to hurry. They get it up past the midline. Brandon Williams with the rock all by himself, but it's going to roll out. But it will stay with the Oaklanders. Wow, that was quite the shocker there for Cal Maritime to disrupt on the inbound. And that full court trap causing Lincoln to be a little bit more careful. Elajaye, isolation on Johnson. Goes up for the teardrop. Oh, he's making fans cry with how beautiful it looked. Leulu Kalajaye with a beautiful floater to force Cal Maritime to call time. Yeah, but look at that shot, just a beauty from the left elbow. And Leulu Kalajaye, the man from LA, he just continues to just be a force, a tour de force on the floor for the Oaklanders. Like, we just look back at this play, you can see trying to move Diomande over to the right, giving him the space, and then he just goes to work. Man, that's just something you would think you would see from the pros, but man, he was moving like prime Chris Paul there on that play. Of course, Chris Paul was the one that made the teardrop floater famous. Leulu Kalajaye trying to channel his inner point god himself. We're back from the timeout break. Cal Maritime, only 2 minutes left. Nick Stone, fade away. No good. Chadalon on the boards. Kalajaye stuck in the backcourt. Going to be a foul on the reach. That will give Leulu a chance to extend this lead and pad on to his scoring tally with some free throws. Kalajaye getting the first one to go. Easy work. And you could just give a whole lot of credit to Leulu for the effort that he has put out tonight for his team. Experienced guard of a lot to offer. And called for the travel there. Ivan Soto took too many steps before he let the shot go. Yeah, but that's going to hurt Cal Maritime in a big way. 1 minute and 37 seconds left. Harrison Whitemore hitting the charger. He'll come out of the game as he ate up a lot of minutes here in the second half. Now Emerson Santos coming back on the floor. Chadalon, oh, by himself, slam dunk. The French have arrived. So is Jordan Morency with the three-point shot. But wow, Nathan Chadalon just rocking the rim once again. Just look at that play. He was left in drop coverage, then just took it to the hole. He was in all 6-7 of them. And it's all right, kids. I'll drop a Gen Alpha reference on you, because that is Nathan Chadalon, 6'7". Oh, with it being 93-87 Lincoln, they're trying to pull away from Cal Maritime with time winding down. What a finish this could set up to be. But Lincoln are going to need some big stops to prevent the keel haulers from possibly trying to tie this game up, as Cal Maritime will need 2 3-pointers to even up the score, try to send it to overtime. But Lincoln, they want to take the rest of their Saturday night off, try to get this W and head home. Yeah, but what a game that we have had here tonight in Oaktown. Got two Bay Area schools just thrown down on both ends in an even battle. It almost gives a little bit of deja vu for how things went down in Vallejo all the way back in October, where the Keelhaulers were able to come out on top, winning only by 6. So the point margin was in their favor. The last matchup comes Brandon Williams out of the timeout break. Gives off to Leolu. Oh, Williams taking a push there by Ivan Soto. So Williams now at the free throw line. And Nathan Chatelain trying to stay on foul duty here. Harrison Whitemore coming off the charger after a short rest. Like he might be staying in the rest of the way. Lincoln getting close to their third win on the season if the lead does hold. But for Cal Maritime, could be going to 500 in the overall record. They came into tonight at 5-4. We're going to see what they can do here with only a minute and 8 seconds left. A B-dub in the first free throw to go. This is the second one. Could be costly. Here comes Cal Maritime. Go to Morency. To the corner. Santos from deep. Off the side iron. It's missed. But the Keelhaulers not looking to foul. Oh, and Micah Johnston gets booked. Yeah, Johnston just has been finding himself in foul trouble all night. Yeah, he just is questioning the call there. Thought he could have had a clean look there. He will head over to the bench. Coming in substitution for him. Elu Kalaje making first free throw there in the sequence. Luka Popovic back on the floor. He comes in for Johnston. Morency with a three-ball in transition. Popovic able to get the cleanup and put it back up for 2. Cal Maritime, they ain't going down yet. There'll be another timeout on the floor here. Lincoln have 2 to use, so does Cal Maritime. We're going to stick with you here with 45 seconds left on the game clock, as what has been an overall back-and-forth battle. Both of these teams have just gone hammer to hammer both ends. But the thing with Lincoln, they spend so much time on the road playing up against mid-major D1s, and usually if you look at how the scores are from those games, they don't tend to be the most positive results for William Middlebrooks' squad. But when they come back home to play a team that's almost at their level, especially being a non-affiliate, like Cal Maritime being an NAIA school, they play at the level of what Lincoln is at the program themselves. It feels good for them to get wins like this, or at least play in games like this, especially just knowing that they can run the table, or historically they have ran the table in the Southwestern States Conference. But these tune-up matchups against D1 schools, I'm sure it battle hardens them to make their play and conference play become more balanced. We return here from the timeout break. 45 seconds left in the game. Now Maritime not looking to foul. There's a steal by Stone, but there's a bump by McKesey. Try to fight for the ball back. Yeah, that will send Nick Stone to the charity stripe here. Try to cut down some of this deficit, and maybe Cal Maritime might have to play the foul game. Here's Nick Stone. So both teams are in the double bonus now. Stone goes 2 for 2. Now only a 5-point game. Still a half a minute to go. Yeah, now Cal Maritime will start playing the foul game here. That will send Leolu Kalajaye to the charity stripe on his end. It's been an exceptional performance by the guard from LA. Of course, his journey has been the stuff of motivation. He began at the D1 level, transferred in from Idaho State, where he didn't really see the floor. He redshirted his freshman year, but he did play under Coach Middlebrooks when Coach Middlebrooks was coaching at Middlebrooks Academy. This is during the high school days. So it looks like they're checking for actually what they're checking for. Maybe from a previous call. Maybe something was said. Oh, it's just a substitution being made. Amanji Jata coming back into the game. So Leolu will finish his free throw sequence. Goes 2 for 2. Here comes Popovich. Man, turn on the Jets. Try to take it down Main Street, but gets hit with the roadblock. Kalajaye slips and falls and loses the rock. Morency, with all the time in the world, pulls up for the mid-range jumper. So a wet spot on the hardwood catches Kalajaye off balance there. The good news is he's okay, so it wasn't too big of a fall there, but you do allow Cal Maritime to at least get more closer, try to disrupt this lead. Here he goes on the inbound play. Kalajaye stuck in the backcourt. Takes another hard fall, being defended by Popovich. 10.2 on the game clock. That will allow Kalajaye to make the long walk back down the floor. Leolu's been getting his direct deposits in. Making now one shy of 100. See if Leolu could crack it. And he will. 100 points on the board for the Oaklanders. Cal Maritime trying to go for a last chance effort. Morency from deep hits the triple from the top of the key. Big time shot. Keeps this game going. It's the man from Vegas. Not trying to go out easy. One of the last few timeouts will be taken by Lincoln. Man, the fans have been treated to a good one here, but Lincoln now cracked 100. Like they have the game in check. They're looking to seal the deal with 2.9 left.
Lincoln University is the best university considering its location, affordability, and the programs they offer. Bachelor of Science in Diagnostic Imaging is a very exciting program. It has 2 concentrations, sonography and electrocardiography. It has a great future ahead. MBA and MS programs are providing a solid foundation for future. A multicultural student body and faculty make Lincoln University a truly global school.
.1 left. Lincoln trying to burn out the rest of the clock here. Ajayi grabs it, and he's going to take another foul. 1.3 left to go. Now Kalaje will most likely be making his final trip to the free throw line tonight. That one to go, the first one. Well, Kalaje has just been excellent. Two for two. That one should do it. Pham chucks it down, but it's not going to do much. Lincoln get the big W over Cal Maritime, 102-96. What a performance by William Middlebrooks' squad, getting the job done against their rival from Vallejo. What a game that we have had here tonight in the town. The Oaklanders stand tall. And don't let that big run that Cal Maritime had at the beginning of the game get out of hand, as they continue to just find a way to get things done, especially when they play teams at their level. And what a performance that we saw by the team all together. Brandon Williams, Leolu Ajayi, all doing work. Even Adrian Hernandez coming off the bench in a big way, getting some shots in the clutch. You see the home fans here inside of Lane College Gymnasium giving them a round of applause for their success in getting the W tonight. And what a Saturday night of hoops that we have been able to provide for you here on NorCal Sports TV. Big win for Lincoln. They take it against Cal Maritime, 102-96. We want to thank everybody for tuning in to tonight's coverage of college basketball here on NorCal Sports TV, as we'll keep you updated on the next broadcast that we'll provide here at Lincoln. As make sure to subscribe and make sure to follow NorCal Sports TV on all socials. We want to thank you again. Thank you to my producer. Thank you to our camera crew for excellent coverage here tonight. 102-96 the final. Lincoln get the W. This is Philip Hall signing off, saying so long and good night from Oakland.